they could put up points with the best of them once again. Now it's back up to young Rickie Collins. See what he can get done here today.
Let's take a look at today's player spotlight. Blitz off the edge. Does not get picked up. And down goes Carson Beck. Gary Bryant.
Number 10, one of the most dynamic players. You see him in the slot up in that bunch formation. They got to figure out a way to get him loose and get him going.
Beck steps up in the pocket and somehow escapes for the moment, but then gets taken down. It's the second sack.
Figure out what the best ways are to get the ball in his hands right now and get this thing moving.
So after a long delay with the officials, Miami back to work. Shamar Brown dragging a tackle all the way out across the 25-yard line for a first down. This game surprisingly scoreless into the second quarter. Rickie Collins on a rollout. He's going to tuck it under and get to the sideline. He's actually brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back shoulder fades, he's back shoulder comebacks. He just has to give his wide receivers a chance to compete for the football.
2nd and 10. This time, he will not escape. Akeem Mesidor with an edge rush and a sack. Over the middle, and this time a hookup. Keelan Marion spins out across the 30. Flag thrown very late from the secondary. Tunnel screen. Jalen Upshaw. The freshman gets loose down the sideline. There's the chunk play the Miami offense needed. And around. It's Malachi Toney. Throws it back to Carson Beck. He's got a caravan in front. A trick play touchdown for the year.
On the part of Shannon Dawson again. Toney with his background as a quarterback in high school. He's thrown the football before for them. Someone who you always have to account for when it comes to late pass.
That shot right over his shoulder. 3rd down, interception tossed. Keontae Scott looking for the pylon. It's a pick six. And a pose.
You're seeing here, it's a cover 2 look. They're going to drop a safety down, drop him out, and they're just going to play 4 under 3 deep. And you're going to see Keontae Scott right down the hatch, just backing straight up. They're trying to hit Darrell Gill Jr. on that in cut. He never sees Keontae Scott just sitting there right in the throwing window. He just has to catch it and then just turn into an athlete after the catch. That's great pre-snap disguise. Good pass rush up front. Rickie Collins is never able to see Keontae Scott dropping underneath that in cut coming inside. Makes a critical error, and Keontae Scott, who we just talked about a little while ago, was one of the most versatile and productive players on this defense. You see him now, this Miami defense starting to get rolling.
They took the shirts off right at the right time. They all had rally towels. Committee seems to be sending a message they think the ACC is a one-bid league. Breaking free. Russell Willis close to midfield before he goes out of bounds. They'll try and run for it. Willis breaks a tackle and bulldozes his way into the red zone. They'll run it with Willis, and he won't go anywhere. That's going to force Syracuse, I would think, to call their last timeout now. They have to. Did the ball get ripped out by Miami? They think they've got it, and the officials are trying to pry the pile apart. Miami thinks they've got a takeaway, and they do.
I think ideally that's what they're looking for.
Breaking free is Will Nixon. That's a great start to the second half. And now it's a true freshman. And a tail back to the left of Collins. That's Tyreek Hill. Play action. Avoiding a sack, but eventually going down is Rickie Collins. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And he'll stay perfect. Right down the pipe. So Syracuse is on the board. They've only got 167 total yards to this point. Beck, seam shot, and strike! Keelan Marion splits the safeties. Touchdown. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Kind of like a zero blitz type of situation. Davian Kerr looks like he tries to undercut the quick slant route and takes a bad angle.
To be offered that job. Jet sweep. Trying to turn the corner. And not finding a ton of room is Davian Kerr. And Lewis, you mentioned this with him for Virginia. One of the most thrilling games we did was that Friday night win against Florida State. And around, Malachi Toney puts his foot in the ground and accelerates. Another first down.
He just looks like he's having fun, and they'll get everything that they want.
Ringo again. Down the sideline. Touchdown.
Just an easy read. Here you got about 900 pounds coming at you. If you're a perimeter player, if you're Devin Grant first.
Rickie Collins. Tripped up, and he goes down. Another sack. Collins fires one up the seam, but it's behind his intended receiver. Did it hit the ground? It went off Darius Johnson into the hands of Jacoby Thomas. They never whistled it dead. Jacoby Thomas scooped the ball up. That may never have hit the ground. That might be an interception. He adds 3 more. And that will take us to the end of the third. As Virginia's got a 5-0 record in the ACC. Fumbled snap on the exchange and gathering it in and avoiding a giveaway is Tyreek Hill.
He wanted to finish out this season strong and do whatever he could to keep this program moving in the right direction.
Another sack. Rueben Bain Jr. plants Rickie Collins.
But you don't when it's all the way from 10 to 18.
Backwards pass to Toney. And he is drilled. True freshman on true freshman as Demetrius Samuel Jr. But getting some run here for Fran Brown in the fourth quarter. And they'll give it to him again. And he makes another terrific move. Downhill through the hole at the line of scrimmage for a first down out to the 42-yard line. And for a good portion of the season had the #1 pass offense in America. They averaged 370 yards a game. Another crease. This time it's Will Nixon for a first down. Tyreek Hill gets another chance, and this time the door is shut. And shut quickly.
Nice play by the defensive tackle, Justin Scott. And here they are again up at the line of scrimmage.
Showing blitz on 4th down. They back out of it, and the pressure still gets home. Rickie Collins, great balance. Keeping the play alive, and now out to midfield. He's got nowhere to go. You can only run away from Akeem Mesidor for so long.
The unpredictability of this 2025 college season has just been unbelievable. It's something like I've never seen before.
Carson Beck to Keelan Marion. Hunting the pylon. He's inside the 5. Carson Beck. A little throwback screen. Are you kidding me? He throws it back to CC Maui Noah. The tackle. And it's a big man touchdown.
The turn back block, you're going to see 52 get out here on the edge and just make sure he seals it off. And here he comes. He's just going to peel back right there of the referees, and they're trying to protect the players as best they can. You just don't like when it really affects the outcome of the game.
Jaden Hart inside the 5-yard line. So after the Syracuse timeout, Velarde gets sandwiched right at the mesh point. He gets buried. Dylan Day right in his face. Miami brings a blitz. Velarde into the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Washington Baker, the tight end, is able to run right up the seam for a score. as they win this one 38-10.
Yeah, they played about as well as they could possibly play, although they left obviously some better plays on the field that maybe they could have made.